Remember the Hulk? Bruce Banner can't control when he transforms. Something triggers him, and suddenly he's smashing everything in sight with no control over his reactions. That's what happens when your nervous system gets hijacked. Remember when your toddler spilt milk in Module 3 and then suddenly you were screaming like they'd destroyed the house? Your hands were shaking, your heart was pounding. You can't stop. Or maybe your partner asks what's for dinner and you snap like they've attacked you. Or maybe your baby's crying and you feel rage, real visceral rage that's completely out of proportion. You know those moments. Well, they don't make you a bad mother. It's just that your nervous system is hijacked. Your body thinks it is under attack, even when you're not. So welcome to Module 5, Video 1 from Unshakable Motherhood. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this happens, why you lose it over the small things, and why learning to regulate changes everything. So first, let's talk about what nervous system regulation actually is. Your nervous system has different states. Think of it like a stoplight. Green zone, calm and capable, you can think clearly and handle stress, even respond thoughtfully. This is where you want to be. Yellow zone, activated. Your body is on alert, your heart is racing and your muscles are tense. Maybe you're irritable and snappy. This is fight or flight. Your body thinks there's danger. Red zone, hijacked. You're either exploding with rage, yelling, can't control your reactions, or you're shutting down, numb, frozen, can't think or respond. This is survival mode. Regulation means being able to come back to green when you've been triggered, into yellow or red. It's not about never getting triggered. That's impossible, especially when you're sleep deprived, overstimulated, and responsible for trying humans. It's about creating a pause between the trigger and your reaction, so you can respond with intention instead of exploding, just like the Hulk. So why do small things set you off? Well, here's what's actually happening. Your nervous system runs on a stress tolerance cup. Every stress adds water into the cup. So let me show you what a typical day looks like. You wake up at 6 a.m, but you were up at 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. with the baby. So your cup is already half full before you even start the day. Your toddler refuses breakfast, won't get dressed, throws a tantrum about shoes, more water in the cup. You're mentally tracking. Did I pack the nappy bag? Do we have milk? When's that doctor's appointment? More water in the cup. You're overstimulated, there's noise, more water. Someone's always touching you, more water. Your partner asks, what's for dinner? More water. And then your child spills milk. That's not the thing that made you lose it, but that's the drop that made the cup overflow. And when your cup is mostly empty, you can handle things like spilled milk, no problem. You clean it up calmly. But when your cup has been filling all day, when you're already in yellow zone, already activated, even one small thing pushes you into the red zone. Hijacked, survival mode, Hulk smash. You're not yelling about the milk. You're yelling because your nervous system has been overwhelmed for hours and it's finally hit capacity. And here's the key. When your cup is full, your nervous system can't tell the difference between spilt milk and actual danger. All it knows is capacity reached, activate survival mode. That's why small things can feel like big things, because to your hijacked nervous system, they are. Now, you've probably been told, just take a deep breath, just calm down. And if that worked, you wouldn't be here. Here's why just breathe doesn't work when you're hijacked. When you're in red zone, your body is flooded with stress hormones, heart racing, muscles tense, survival mode activated. Telling yourself to just breathe feels impossible because your body doesn't feel safe enough to calm down. Deep breathing works in yellow zone when you're slightly stressed, starting to get activated. It doesn't work when you're in the red zone, when you're already at a 10 out of 10 and your nervous system is screaming danger. What works in red zone? Something more active first. Movement, cold water, intense sensation, something that tells your body, I'm not actually in danger, I can come down. Then once you're back into yellow zone, maybe a 6 or a 7, breathing can bring you to a green zone. This is why you need multiple tools. Different zones need different approaches. One tool doesn't work for everything. You need a toolkit. So here's why building a regulated nervous system matters, because there's a trap. When your nervous system is hijacked, you can't access any of the skills that you've learnt. Remember from module 1, when you're beating yourself up, you're in survival mode. You can't access patience or creativity or connection. Same thing here. When you're in the red zone, when you're hijacked, all those skills disappear. You can't use the and statement from module 4. There's no way you can let the beach ball float from module 3. You definitely can't catch the thought pattern from module 2. Because you're in survival mode. You're the Hulk. You're just reacting. And here's the trap. You lose it over spilled milk. You yell at your child. You explode. And then what happens? You beat yourself up. I'm a terrible mother. Why can't I control myself? What's wrong with me? And that self-criticism, it fills the cup even more. So now you're even closer to the next hijack, even more likely to explode at the next small thing. The cycle. The stress cup fills, you get hijacked, you lose it, you beat yourself up. The cup fills even more, you get hijacked faster next time. That's the trap. You think you're losing it because you're a bad mother, but you're actually losing it because your nervous system has been in yellow or red for so long, it's perceiving everything as a threat. And when you're constantly hijacked, you can't be the mother that you want to be. Not because you don't care, not because you're not trying, but because your nervous system won't let you access the calm, thoughtful, patient version of yourself. That's why regulation matters. Not to become perfect, not to never get triggered, but to build the capacity to come back to the green zone faster. So you can actually use the skills that you've learnt in the past 4 modules. So you can respond instead of react. When you can regulate your nervous system, everything else becomes possible. So let's recap. Regulation is about creating a pause between trigger and reaction. You lose it over small things because your stress cup is already full. Just breathe doesn't work when you're hijacked. You need different tools for different zones. Now let's talk about what does work. The specific tools you can use to regulate your nervous system in real time. I'll see you in the next video.